Hello and thank you for joining us tonight for the home opener of the Mountain Vista boys basketball team. I'm Jack Schauer, and joining alongside me is Jake Riffle.
Hello and thank you. Obviously, this is the first time we're broadcasting the Golden Eagles during the regular season at home, and we have a relatively new team this year. We have a few stats from last year, but Jack, I want to know what you think about some of the key players of this game are going to be.
You know, really, I think some of the key players this year are going to be a lot of the guys that had time starting last year. You got to look at Connor Steib. He was a junior last year. This year, he's in his senior year. He was a key player last year. He had a lot of great shots, really great moments. He was really good in the clutch. You got to look towards Simon May too. He was a junior this year, so he's still young. He's going to have another year this year. He had a great year last year. We got to expect the same out of him. And then you got to look towards, I think really the key defensive player this year is going to be RJ Wallaber at center. He's basically 7 foot. He's at 6'11". He's going to block a lot of balls being that tall. You got to find the teams in the state. There's not many that have a guy that is that tall as RJ, so he's going to be really tough to stop, I think. And then Garrett Sweeney this year has just been really clutch. He's got the second highest points per game. He's got a lot of assists. He's not turning the ball over. He's playing really well offensively.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what we can do there. And what do you think we should expect from the team this year?
I think really the team this year should expect a much better year. All their key players, I think, are healthy. Last year, you know, they missed Isaac for a good portion of the season. When he returned, he still wasn't fully healthy. Jake Belknap wasn't healthy all the way through, but I think really their bench is going to play much better this year as well.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what they can do tonight. And with that, we will begin tip-off. It'll be RJ Wallaber facing up against Davison, both number 33. And Boulder wins the tip. It is recovered by number 24, Turner, on the Boulder side of the ball. He passes it to 30, 30 to 13 to 22. Back out to 13. He drives inside the basket. He gets caught underneath, and he drives also to the basket, and that will be called a shove. Boulder will receive the ball on the inside out of bounds. Turner will be passing it in. Turner passes it into the key, and it's stolen by Eric Kimmel. Kimmel over to Steib on a fast break. Steib shoots, almost goes in, tried to draw the foul there, and it'll be a jump ball. No, we'll call it a foul. And it looks like a timeout from the Boulder side of the ball. Interesting start to the game. Jack. What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of some good defense there by Mountain Vista. They were really not letting them inside, and when they did get inside, they played some really tight defense and didn't allow them to get a good pass off.
Right. One of the things that we did not see a lot of last year was those turnovers in favor of Mountain Vista there.
Yeah, let's see if their defense can really put on a good showing tonight and get some turnovers.
Absolutely. And 13 driving it in, 13 with the shot. Shot is good. The first points of the game go to Kang on the Boulder side of the ball.
And Kang was one of the players that the Boulder coaches really were talking about on how he was really key in those jump shots and three-pointers.
Right, and a foul for Connor Steib. Looks like a block on number 33, Davison, on the Boulder side of the ball. So Mountain Vista will pass it in underneath the basket. Garrett Sweeney to pass it in. He passes it to RJ. He passes out to Connor Steib. Steib over to Eric Kimmel. Kimmel drives in, tries to draw the shot, but does not come up good. What do you think of the two offenses that we're seeing right now, Jack?
Well, Boulder so far this year doesn't have the highest really scoring offense on average. But Mountain Vista has played really well offensively so far. They're averaging almost 64 points a game. They played really well. And last night against Grandview, they lost, unfortunately, 72 to 64. But it was a really close game, so you got to look towards that.
Right. In our interview with Coach Wood, he said that this team has really showed up in the fourth quarter recently, and let's see what we can get going in the first quarter now as Connor Steib shoots from the three-point line. Almost makes it, but it's recovered by R.J. Wallaber. Wallaber looking a little stuck, looking for a man open. He's going to try to drive into the basket, try to turn, shoot, and gets his first 2 points for Mountain Vista.
And there's that reach there from R.J. Wallaber that I was talking about earlier. He just went right up and over Davis like no problem.
Absolutely. Helps when you're 6'11", huh?
It really does.
And now Boulder trying to retort. Driving it in. Foul. Mountain Vista. Looks like it's on Eric Kimmel. And again, we'll have Kang passing in.
Kimmel picks up the personal foul, third Golden Eagles team foul.
No, Kimmel's really got to watch himself. He's the highest fouling player on the team so far this year. He already fouled out of one game, so he's got to be careful to start.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that Mountain Vista tries to control is those fouls, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. And Kimmel already making some contact
It's well known, too, on the school that if you get technicaled up, the Woods will sit you down. They're very strict on those.
Absolutely. The Woods are a great pair of no-nonsense coaches.
Yes, they are. Blocked there by R.J.
And he passes it to Garrett Sweeney, who drives down. Sweeney gets stopped, and then R.J. takes a jumper. It falls short. And Boulder recovers. Turner passing it or driving it down the court. He passes over to Kang. Kang trying to get a game plan going. Kang passes back over to number 30, Wollmer.
Mountain Vista playing really tight defense. They're not letting any man get any space.
Right, and we saw this man-to-man defense last year out of them. What ended up happening was a lot of the times the team would play great the first half and then get tired the second half. What do you think we should expect out of them this year, Jack?
For Mountain Vista?
Yeah.
I mean, really, this year I think they're going to play a lot better.
I think so, too.
That's really what we got to look at is how are they going to play better? How are they going to come off these tough losses that they're going to, every team's going to end up occurring those, and it's just how they're going to bounce back.
Right. And that shot bounced in and out for Kang there, and Mountain Vista recovered. Garrett Sweeney trying to beat his man down on the fast break. Almost good. They had two guys touch the rim there for security purposes.
Looks like we're going to have a personal foul here on Kang. That'll be his first.
And now we'll have Eric Kimmel pass in the ball. Yet to see a shooting foul, but we're quickly approaching the bonus and double bonus. Mountain Vista passing in. Kimmel looking a little stuck. He decides to get rid of it to Connor Steib, and he'll take it in the backcourt. Steib to the top of the key. He'll pass it over. Aaron back out. Get a little ISO for Connor there, and he'll hit a three. Mountain Vista takes the lead 5-4 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter.
Great passing there from Vista. They
Absolutely,
really found the open lane.
Oh, almost a steal from Aaron Albertson. And some great tough defense on Boulder there. Kang looking a little stuffed, doing a good job to get out of the double coverage there.
And there goes Eric Kimmel again. He's got another foul, and he'll sub out for Ben Grusing. Not a good start for Kimmel.
No, but Grusing an interesting player to watch. He probably puts in the work, or the most work, or either the second most work on this team relative to Connor Steib.
Yeah, and he's really been good off the bench. He's averaging about 5.5 points a game. He's got 2.5 assists per game. He's been really good this year off the bench.
He's got some good numbers, so I'm excited to see what can happen there. And they'll call that out on Mountain Vista because it went off the backboard, but then it was recovered by the Mountain Vista team before it hit the ground.
Yeah, and it looked like RJ, I think, blocked that one, so he's already got 2 blocks in this game in the first quarter.
Man, have a night, RJ Wallaber. And shot from the three-point line, no good. RJ with the rebound to Connor Steib. Steib driving it down. Steib will cut in and pass over to Garrett Sweeney, who drives in, gets a nice block from RJ, and Steib will shoot from the three-point line, making his second three of the night.
Another three-pointer there from Connor Steib, set up from a lot of good passing. Mountain Vista's really looking good here on offense.
So far, Steib has accounted for 3/4 of the Mountain Vista points. And Garrett Sweeney putting on some tough defense, but not getting fouled there. And no good on the block from RJ, who will pass it over to Connor Steib to Garrett Sweeney. Garrett Sweeney driving in. Sweeney passes over to Aaron Albertson. Albertson will try to drive in, get what he can. Tries to draw the shot, but he will get 2 points out of it.
And there goes Aaron Albertson. He's probably one of the best athletes in the school right now. Played football in the fall, got all conference. He really shows off his athleticism there with some hops.
Absolutely. Isn't he going to BYU for football?
I believe he is.
Very interesting. One of the best athletes probably in school history here. And he will be covering Boulder now. And number 13, Kang, drives in. He passes it out over to Tyler. Excuse me, Turner. And
RJ with his third block.
And Grusing with some good coverage there. He got a little tip on it there, and now Garrett Sweeney will drive down the court. Trying to get a little underneath the court play there. And we'll see what they call that. So that would be called a charge on Garrett Sweeney.
Sweeney almost had the little bit of the floater there go in, but just kind of ran right into his defender.
Right. Difficult to kind of guess when you're going to come up that way or when it's going to be called a block on you. It really depends on where the position of the ref is and the timing of the game. So now Mountain Vista employing a full court press.
As they had already in this game.
Yeah. And Ben Grusing not letting up on Kang. Kang will take it. He's struggling to find a man, and he'll get blocked on the pass. And they'll call that out on number 24, Tyler Turner, on the Boulder side of the ball. And Sheldon Hafner will now pass in for Mountain Vista.
Some great defense there by Sheldon, not letting him get outside and force him to step out of bounds. Great job by Sheldon.
Absolutely. Sheldon's one of those players who doesn't necessarily have a ton of stats on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball is where he really shines.
Definitely.
And now we got Luke Boyink dribbling around, and Ben Grusing with 2 points with an easy underneath shot there.
And there it is again. Mountain Vista really setting up the ball there and then passing it in for a great job.
Absolutely. And now Sheldon Hafner continuing to put in that tough defense. And they will get a bomb underneath to number 5, Peterson, and he will kick it back out to Kang. Kang struggling to find a man, but he gets one to River Blessing. And then Turner driving in. He almost turns the ball over, but he manages to kick it out to the three-point line.
Get a charge.
And that will be a charge.
Mountain Vista really holding tough here on defense, playing very well.
Absolutely, and it looks kind of interesting too. They're keeping that tough man defense on by doing a lot of substitutions. Now we have Ben Willis in the game, along with Aaron Albertson, Luke Boyink, who's dribbling down, Ben Grusing, and Sheldon Hafner.
They got a majority of their bench on the court right now, and they've played well so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Right, Ben Willis kicks it out to Aaron, to Ben Grusing from the three-point line. It'll bounce high, but he will get the rebound. Ben will kick it out underneath to Aaron, almost the alley-oop. And they'll get a good stop, but that will be called a foul, and it will be Boulder's ball.
Yeah, Aaron was trying to get inside there.
Right. One of the things that's great about Aaron is his hops.
Yeah, he's really got it. He can really get up there. I mean, he's not exactly the tallest guy either. Stands at about 5'11", 5'10", but he really can get up there.
And now with the bonus, we'll have number 33 on the Boulder side of the ball shooting. Number 33 is Davison. Makes his first. With the bonus, it's 1-and-1 free throw shots, so he will get the next opportunity here. Davison misses his second. Mountain Vista covers it. Ben Willis with the rebound. Ben Grusing. Ben Grusing driving in. He shoots the jumper, and his will bounce in and out of the rim, and that will be off of Mountain Vista.
You know, I didn't think Ben really had the shot there. I thought he should have passed it away. He had his momentum kind of going towards the end of the court there as he was trying to also cut up, so his momentum really wasn't in a good direction there. He should have just passed that ball away.
I agree. One of the things that you're taught when you start playing basketball is if you jump straight up, the ball will go straight down. He didn't jump straight up there, and so he didn't really adjust for it. So I would have passed it out, but not a bad effort. And now
almost
Luke
made
Boyink.
it in, really.
Oh, almost a steal for Ben. Three-point shot, no good. Three-point shot from number 13, Davis Kang, no good. Returned by, or rebounded by Ben Grusing to Sheldon Hafner. Sheldon Hafner underneath, no good. Will they get the rebound? Contested rebound, but ultimately taken by Kang. Kang will try to slow down the clock and the momentum. Interesting to see if one of the teams might consider a timeout here.
And with 30 seconds left, they're probably just going to try and waste as much clock as they can here.
Right. There is no shot clock in high school, so they can literally run it down to the end. And River Blessings driving in. He kicks it out. And a contested jump ball from Sheldon Hafner.
Mountain Vista
And that
ball.
will get to the Mountain Vista side of the ball, who will now try, I don't know, what do you think they'll try to do here?
I think they'll try and burn it down to the last couple seconds here, probably up 4. Take a shot. If it doesn't go in, not a big deal, but if it goes in, that really boosts their momentum here. They're looking pretty strong right now.
Absolutely. And so far only Boulder with the bonus, which resets at the half. So interesting to see what their strategy is here. Connor Stibe takes it, and he will drive in, and he will go for the shot, and they will call that a block.
A little bit of a questionable call there. I thought that could have gone either way.
Right. So this will be a shooting foul against Boulder, so Connor Stibe will get 2 attempts. Stibe's first attempt good. Connor Stibe had some great free throw shooting last year, Jack.
Yeah, he was averaging up above in the 70% there. He was really very key from the line. Didn't really miss much, and it was really good to see that from him.
Absolutely. Stibe with his second attempt here. His second shot is no good. Recovered by Boulder, who will try to get something going, and a quick shot.
No good.
No. First quarter down for Mountain Vista. The game is at 13-17 with Mountain Vista leading.
13-7.
Oh, 13-7, my bad.
Oh, it's fine, Riffle. No, Mountain Vista's really looked good here offensively.
Right. I think one of the things that they're doing well, too, is kind of conserving their energy. They're not burning themselves out like they did last year.
Yeah, they're looking really strong. Defensively, they look really solid. They're not really giving them any space. They're playing very tight coverage there. Apologize for that interruption. We were having some technical difficulties. But anyway, we'll be back to the game.
And we will be kicking off the second quarter of the game now. Boulder will begin with the ball. Number 24, Tyler Turner to pass it into the Boulder side. And 30, Will Mueller will pass it over. And Kang will try to drive in. He'll get a little stuffed up as he has the uneven matchup there. And Will Mueller trying to drive. Goes underneath the basket. He'll get his pass tipped out by RJ, but it will become their ball.
And RJ's played really good defense so far in this quarter. He's got 2 rebounds and he's got 3 blocks.
Absolutely. He's filling in for the Jake Belknap position very well, if not better than Belknap was himself.
Belknap really last year, I didn't think he was as great of a defensive player as RJ has shown to be so far.
Right, and some interesting traps on the Mountain Vista side of the ball here. And a questionable shot there from Turner, but he made it. And now Eric Kimmel with the ball. Kimmel trying to get what he can, and he'll get 2 points out of it. Now Kang holding on to the ball. Kang looking for his options. Mountain Vista with a tough full court press.
And it looks like Mountain Vista has gone into more of a zone kind of style defense here. They're not quite playing as tight to their man as they were before.
Right.
Great job there by Simon May to stick a hand in.
Connor Stibe there, yep.
A little bit of a crazy shot there went in, but unfortunately not going to count for Vista. But
yeah, those are the ones as a coach you look at it and you think, why are they shooting that? And then it goes in the basket, and then you think, well, okay. Eric Kimmel with the ball. Kimmel over to Sweeney. Sweeney surveying his options. He passes over to Stibe. Stibe takes the shot from the three-point line, and it's no good. RJ contesting for the rebound in the air. He'll get it, and ultimately recovered by Simon May. May over to Sweeney. Sweeney out to Stibe. Stibe fakes the shot and gives it over to Sweeney. Sweeney shoots from the three-point line, and Sweeney with the three. Garrett Sweeney with a great three-point percentage.
And there's his first points of the game. Sweeney's really been doing well from behind the three-point line, and he shows it right there with that shot.
Absolutely. And little bit of some miscommunication there on the Mountain Vista side of the ball will lead to 2 points for Davison. Now Eric Kimmel driving down. Kimmel over to Steib. Steib out to Sweeney. Sweeney another three-point attempt. No good on this one. Sweeney will almost get the rebound. And back to the zone defense for Mountain Vista.
You know, Mountain Vista's looking like maybe they're getting a little too caught up on towards the midline of the court. They had 3 guys up on the midline, and Boulder had almost more than half their team. They had 3 guys up in the paint there.
Right, and one of the issues that we're seeing now is that the middle of the key is left open. And Boulder will call a timeout. What do you think some of the adjustments are that these teams need to make?
Well, I think for Mountain Vista defensively, I think they need to go back to what they were doing with the tight press. They're kind of allowing maybe a few too many points inside on the paint. They're certainly limiting their shots from the three-point line, but Boulder's been able to really drive it in easily into the paint and get the easy 2 points out of it.
Right, and I don't know if Boulder has any three-point shots tonight.
They have a couple. I think they have 2 or 3 maybe.
2 or 3? Okay, so honestly not the worst concern out of 13 points. I would worry more about protecting the key because that's an easier shot.
Yeah, definitely. And as I look at our stat sheet here, Boulder hasn't still not made a three-point shot, so I think really they need to go back to their tight press kind of defense that they had because they weren't allowing Boulder to really get many good passes off. I think with the zone they were maybe trying to get a couple more turnovers because it seemed like they were kind of doubling onto guys with the ball a little more.
Yeah. And defensively, Boulder has been doing well too. They've been putting some tight coverage on Mountain Vista. They have their zone working out for them.
Yeah, I think Boulder just needs to be a little bit better in the transition. You know, Mountain Vista, once they get the ball, they really come down fast and try and pass the ball a lot. So I think they just need to be better in the transition.
Absolutely. And Eric Kimmel will take it out, and then to Simon May. Simon May shoots it from the three-point line, no good. My time for a player on the Boulder side of the ball.
Looks like Vista's going to get a throw in here. I'm not
interesting.
Not really sure for what there though, but.
And this now gives both teams the bonus. And Aaron Albertson with a great snag up there. Unfortunately, not as good of a shot, and almost tipped in by Connor Steib there, but it will be recovered by Boulder.
Great effort there from Connor Steib, coming from a long way to run in and jump to get that ball.
Absolutely. And Wellmuller driving it in. Looks like a number 10, Aaron Albertson, foul. This will be a one-on-one attempt for Boulder. Number 30, Eric Mueller. This is the second round of free throw attempts we've seen out of Boulder. The first one went one-on-one. We'll see if Wellmuller can get anything else going. He misses his first. Connor Steib recovers it. Steib passes it over to Kimmel. Kimmel takes the inside lane, passes under to Aaron Albertson. Pass stolen.
Not a good pass there by Kimmel. Albertson was covered up by 2 guys. Should not have thrown that ball over.
Absolutely. And 2 more points for Davison. He has shot a bunch from underneath the key there, but a fast break for Aaron Albertson over to Connor Steib. Steib goes underneath the basket, kicks it out to Aaron. Aaron thinks about the 3, but doesn't take it, and ultimately it's recovered by number 33 Davison on the Boulder side of the ball.
Mountain Vista's got 2 turnovers in a row on their possessions. They really got to be a little more careful about their passing.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a Bob Wood or timeout where he just screamed at the team for a little while.
Yeah, you might need to knock some sense into him for a second on where they're throwing the ball to.
Right. Mountain Vista back to the man-to-man defense. And number 30 takes a shot. No good. Ball recovered by number 3, Eric Kimmel. Kimmel drives it in, tries to get the fast break. Does not get it, but it's recovered by Simon May. Simon May will take the underneath shot, and he will get the foul. So Simon May will take a 2-point free throw attempt here.
Davison will pick up his second personal foul. May will go to the free throw line.
Free throw line, shooting 2.
free throw percentage has been something that the team has worked on a lot this year. However, Simon May last year was 74%.
Yeah, and he was one of the highest shooting free throws last year on the team. And, you know, really I think this year they're trying to expect the same thing out of him. You know, you get technicaled up, maybe that's the player you want to send out there. That's, you know, some of the things you got to keep in the back of your mind as a coach. And I think really Simon May is one of the players that will come to mind when you think about those things.
Right. And earlier on in the game, it's harder for players to make those free throw shots. They're usually a little bit colder as far as the game script goes. So expect to see more made free throw attempts by both sides of the ball the next half. May will make his second. This puts it at 19-15. Mountain Vista leading with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. They got Ben Grusing back in. What do you think of his play tonight, Jack?
He's been really good off the bench so far. Maybe shooting the ball a little bit too much. Gets the foul right there. That was just a silly foul that should not have happened, though.
Right. I think Mountain Vista looks like they need to calm down a little bit. And this will put the ball back on the free throw line for Boulder. Number 24, Tyler Turner, taking his shots. This will be 1-1. Shot no good, recovered by Garrett Sweeney.
Boulder's not been good from the free throw line so far. They're 1 for 4.
1 for 4. Yeah, those are not the results the coach wants to see. I would not be surprised if in the second half we saw Boulder attempt many more and make many more free throws, and we saw far fewer turnovers from Mountain Vista on the offensive side of the ball.
Good passing here from Boulder, getting it inside the paint.
Good effort from Simon May there on his matchup. And another 2 points for Wem Mueller. And Ben Grusing on the fast break over to Garrett Sweeney. Sweeney will get called on the charge. Sweeney thinks that's a questionable call.
No, I wouldn't be against what Sweeney's thinking there. That looked a little bit questionable to me, too. It looked like the defender was moving his feet there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Boulder got a little lucky, though, because they were not ready for that transition. Mountain Vista came down the court fast.
Right. I think Mountain Vista needs to capitalize a little more on their fast breaks as well. And now we have Luke Boyink playing some hard defense. Tyler Turner passes over to 14. Sessions. Sessions over to 30. Wemmuller. Wemmuller shot no good. Recovered by number 5. Peterson, and Peterson's shot will be good. Connor Stibe has the ball. Driving down. Connor Stibe almost loses his footing. Questionable call there.
Could have been traveling.
Yeah.
Little floppage there from Turner.
Now Luke Boyink with the ball. Boyink trying to get what he can inside, passes it over to Sheldon Hafner. Sheldon Hafner with 2 points inside the key. Boulder.
First points of the game there for Hafner.
And Boulder now with 2 minutes, just about 2 minutes left. 21-19, Mountain Vista leading. Boulder passes out to the 3-point line. Simon May almost lets him get around him. And then a 3-point shot from Boulder. No good, recovered by Luke Boyink.
Not a good shot there from Sessions. He threw that one on the line rather than arcing it in like you'd like.
Right. And Boyink takes the 3-point shot, almost makes it, but it's no good. And it's recovered by number 2, Ian Davis. And now Turner with the ball. Number 30, Wemmuller. Wemmuller drives in, triple coverage. Almost gets a steal on the Mountain Vista side of the ball for Ben Grusing, but they will get it out of his hands. Mountain Vista clawing and scratching for the ball.
Boyink kept his hand on the ball for so long, it was like he got dragged by it.
And almost a shot attempt. Mountain Vista now back into his zone, and that will be a backcourt violation.
Great job there by Vista putting on the press there, not allowing any passes there from Boulder that were on target. Really great job there from Mountain Vista.
Absolutely, their 2-3 zone worked out there for them this time. And now Boyink will pass in from the boundary. Ball goes to Ben Grusing. RJ waiting for his moment down there. Grusing takes the shot. Another questionable shot. However, it will be a block on number 30, Wemmuller for Boulder. Grusing will take his first free throw attempt.
Second personal foul there for Wemmuller. Grusing will go to the line for a 1-and-1 now.
Grusing makes his first.
You know, we saw Grusing out here before warm-ups. He was the first one out on the court today. The bleachers were, for the student side, wasn't even out yet. He was just out here taking shots, you know, doing his thing. And he looked really well in warm-ups today. He was making most of his shots. He's really one of those tough players. He's going to give it everything he has no matter what is happening in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's one of those players that tries to keep himself focused on the game at all costs. He doesn't let himself get caught up in the emotions much. And an ISO play there for Kang. Kang over to number 24, Turner. Turner with the shot. Shot no good. Recovered by R.J. Wallaber. Ben Grusing slows it down with 30 seconds left in the half. He will dribble, try to hold on to their lead as they are 23-19.
He's going to burn out the clock a little here. Make sure Mountain Vista gets the last shot.
Don't be surprised if they kick it out to Luke Boying, Sheldon Hafner, or Ben Willis here for the shot.
10 seconds left.
Sheldon Hafner kicking outside. Shot's no good. It will go out of bounds with 3.2 seconds left. Boulder will pass in.
Boying should have just passed that ball out, I think, there. He drove inside. He had two men right under the rim. There really wasn't much chance for him to go through there, especially with his size being a little bit of a smaller guy. He should have just passed that ball out.
I agree. I think he had a good target there for RJ, who could have easily made that shot.
Stolen!
Oh, almost stolen, at least contested, and a shot's no good.
Halftime score here at Mountain Vista, 23 for Mountain Vista, 19 for Boulder. Our halftime segment today, we'll have Man on the Street, starring our beautiful play-by-play commentator next to me, Jay Griffel, so we hope you enjoy that.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Zach Humphrey, Jonah Hirshorn. So I'm here with Jeremy Goldson, a teacher here, Schmoopy, Miss Cachetta, and Miss Jaffe. Hey, I'm here with Quinn Arthur. I'm going to ask her a couple quick questions.
Oh God, this is going to go in some video that just makes me look stupid.
So this next one's a hockey question since we're starting that season. Quebec recently got a new team, the Quebec Désolés. They were a promising start, but they're now 0-5 in the regular season. Do you think they'll be able to get better, or do you think Quebec's just going to have to say sorry for their team?
I don't think they'll be able to get better, but maybe they will. Have some optimism.
Yeah, we'll have to see. You said you were a hockey fan, right?
Big hockey fan.
Okay.
Big hockey fan.
So Canada just added a new team, the Quebec Désolés.
Yes,
In
big
addition,
fan.
Yeah. Do you have their jersey yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Fake news, fake news.
The black
not a real
one.
team.
No,
The black
it is a
one.
real team.
Yes, they are.
I promise you.
They were
Look
at
it
it
up
with
on
the
ESPN.
Golden Knights.
You know, I think they're going to have to do both. I think they're going to have to say they're sorry, and then I think they're going to have to come back.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
Because, so the Las Vegas Golden Knights were added to the league this year, so they had to balance it out. So they gave Quebec a team, the Désolés.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got star players like Jarek McKinnon.
Yes.
This is fake. This is fake news.
It's not fake news.
Yeah, it's fake.
Let's go! 4-for-4.
How far of a drive is it from Detroit to Michigan?
Detroit is in Michigan.
Good job.
3 hours.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, that's actually correct.
Detroit's in Michigan.
Good job. I knew that too. Okay. Good. Okay. All right.
How am I so? I don't know.
Just give a yes.
Oh God. I think Detroit is like somewhere on the East Coast, and then Michigan is like.
It's Midwest. It's okay.
20 minutes.
How far of a drive is it from Detroit to Michigan?
I'll take a nice 3 hours, 36 minutes.
Exact. Perfect. You must have looked on Google before this. How about from Detroit to London?
I'm going to take a solid 2 hours approximately.
That's actually correct. That's the right answer. How about from Detroit to London?
London, Ontario, or London, England, or one of those other Londons that's in one of these states? You pick.
London, Ontario.
Oh, God, it can't be that far. Are we talking about tolls or not tolls? How long's the wait at the border?
Just general. If you were to Google map it.
I don't know, a couple hours.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. From Detroit to London, England?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Does it count if you're on a boat going across the Atlantic Ocean? Does that count as drive time if your wheels aren't moving? Oh, I mean, it's got to be a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Boats don't go that fast.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, me either. I've never tried it.
Right.
Let's see. Assuming that traffic is good and it's a 45-mile-an-hour highway, let's see. 2 hours?
Yes.
2 hours.
2 hours is correct. You'd be surprised.
To London?
To London, yes. Detroit to London.
You can't drive
London, England?
from Detroit to London.
Is
that right?
You can
Or London, like Texas. No, that's Paris, Texas.
You're good. There is a London that's pretty close.
2
hours.
2 hours is
hours.
correct. You're correct. What movie is Admiral Akbar from?
Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers? It's a trap.
Oh, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ah, jeez, man. Star Wars Return of the Jedi, maybe?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's not a trap for you.
Of course it wasn't. It never was.
Who assassinated Abraham Lincoln?
Oh, I know his name. Can I get his first name?
John.
Oh.
Whoa.
John. Oh, yeah, John Bilks Wooth or something like that.
It's John Wilkes-Booth.
That's right, that's right.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Bonner.
Who assassinated JFK?
No, I don't know.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
That's right, that's
You're
right.
good. Who assassinated Ronald Reagan?
Still don't know.
That's okay. Who assassinated Abraham Lincoln?
John Wilkes Booth.
Who assassinated JFK?
See, this is a very good question.
Right. Yeah.
The actual assassin is probably Lee Harvey Oswald, although there's still a conspiracy theory that there were multiple assassins.
Right.
The more interesting question is who put Lee Harvey Oswald up to the assassination. There's several theories. One eternity later. None of this has ever been proven.
Well, you've used up all of our card space on our SD cards, so we're going to end that interview there.
All right.
Thank you. Let's give you one more, a solid one to end on.
All right.
Who's the quarterback for the worst team in the NFL?
Jared Goff.
I wish I didn't do this.
All right, thank you for joining us back at the half. We are still Jake Riffle and Jack Shower.
I didn't know we were supposed to change.
Oh, no, not this time around. But what are you thinking of this first half, Jack?
I think it's been a good first half so far. I mean, both teams have looked pretty sharp defensively. I mean, it's a fairly low-scoring game. to this point. Mountain Vista, I think, needs to stick with the defense they've had. They've been playing pretty well with that zone, kind of mixed in the press, man-to-man defense. I think that's been working fairly well, just changing it up to make sure that Boulder doesn't get the same looks all the time.
Absolutely. I would be interested to see kind of what strategy changes we see out of the two teams here, like you were saying. Additionally, some of the key players that we think on both sides of the ball need to play either better or continue doing what they're doing, or, well, obviously not play worse. But I think R.J. Wallaber, one of the stars of the team right now for Mountain Vista.
Yeah, definitely. He's looked really sharp defensively, you know. He's got his 3 blocks. He's got 3 rebounds. He's got only 2 points on the game, but that doesn't speak to what he's done offensively. He's been really just kind of a force in there. I'd like to see him in the game a little more. It seems like the Woods are kind of limiting his minutes, maybe just saving him for the later parts of the game. But so far, when he's in, he's looked really sharp.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the ball, they have their center. What are you thinking of him, number 33?
Yeah, Davison's looked really sharp so far. He's been driving inside really well, and when he has driven inside and hasn't had the shot, he's been really good about looking around the arc, you know, trying to find that 3-point shooter that's open. And unfortunately for him, their team hasn't made any 3-pointers yet in this game, but he's looked really well on driving inside, and he's been really someone that Mount Vista needs to look out for because he's really starting to heat up in this game.
Right, and what do you think their 2 guards, Kang and, let's see, number 24, Turner?
They've been shooting really well. They haven't made a 3 yet, obviously, like I've said, but they're able to get inside the paint, make a couple good jump shots. They've been making some pretty good moves inside there as well, and, you know, trip up the Mount Vista defenders a little bit. So they've done a really good job about passing the ball and then finding the shot that's open.
Right, and going into the half, we see a calm Bob Wood leading his team.
That's always a good sign for the Mountain Vista players.
Absolutely. That's the Bob Wood they would prefer.
Yes.
And to start off the half, we have number 21, Connor Steib, number 4, Garrett Sweeney, number 2, Simon May, number 33, R.J. Wallaber, and number 3, Eric Kimmel. On the Boulder side of the ball, we have number 33, Davison, number 22, Ed, number 24, Turner, number 30, Wellmuller, and Mountain Vista will start with the ball. Eric Kimmel over to Sweeney. Sweeney thought Steib was cutting inside. Did not read it right. And now Boulder will start with the ball for the half. Number 13, Davis Kang. Kang cuts inside. Kang decided not to take the shot with RJ in the inside and backed up to the 3. And they will call foul on Mountain Vista.
Garrett Sweeney picking up his 3rd. Wasn't quite sure what the foul was there, but
right. Interesting to see if they'll keep him in the game now, because he's 2 away from fouling out.
Or he's 1 away, actually. Yes,
1 away?
I'm missing a foul, but the score says he has 4 fouls.
And so they will sub in Ben Grusing. And that ball was turned over right away.
Yeah, looks like we had a personal foul on Kang there for a push.
And so now, Eric Kimmel with the ball.
Mountain Vista gets a little fortunate there, having Boulder pick up a foul.
Absolutely. That's not great position you want to have as the other team there. Connor Steib. That will be called.
Another foul on Kang.
Quick press conference there for Boulder. Trying to gather themselves.
4th foul for Kang as well, so got to be looking out here for Kang and Sweeney, both some really key guards in this game, and they both are down to 1 foul.
Absolutely. This is a very competitive game, and Connor Steib will take it, and he'll pass over to Eric Kimmel. Kimmel out to Ben Grusing. Grusing into RJ. RJ looking for what he can do, pivoting. Shoots. No good. He juggles the rebound, but he gets it, and he tries to create something inside, and he gets a hook shot, but no good. And number 3, Riley will recover it for Boulder.
Really good job and effort there by RJ. You know, he missed his first shot, rebounds it for the second. Probably should have just passed it out by that point, but a really good job there by RJ.
Right. And you know, when you're 6'11", you got like 5 feet of room to juggle that ball there. Oh.
Travel on Boulder.
Almost another block for RJ. But
would have liked to see that one with his 4th block on the day.
oh, he would have loved that.
Ridiculous.
Would have loved that for the stat sheet.
Get a double-double and blocks and points.
And Eric Kimmel calling out the play. Kimmel over to Steib. Steib up top. Nice pick there from RJ Wallaber. Wallaber no good, but Grusing shot the 3. And now inside to Wallaber. Wallaber with the hook shot, no good. But Connor Steib with the alley-oop to save his team.
Great second effort there by Steib. Seen that RJ wasn't going to get that rebound to just come in and grab that ball and put it right in.
Absolutely. The play isn't over till it's over. Now Riley with the ball for Boulder. He passes over to Wemmuller. Wemmuller to Turner. Turner back to Riley. Riley drives inside. Shot from number 33, Davison. Davison shoots again. That will be called as a foul behind the back.
And that first layup there by Davison looked like the Steph Curry there. Really threw that one up a little bit.
And that will be a shooting foul. So Davison will shoot from the free throw line. Traditionally, centers aren't the best at free throw shooting, so it'll be interesting to see how he does here. He makes his first.
Good form there by Davison.
Absolutely. Interesting setup there with no man to contest on the right side of the key.
Probably just setting up for defense more. Mountain Vista's been really burning them in the transition.
Right. And they probably figure they won't get the rebound, or they're banking on him making the shot here.
Yep, and there it is. They were really anticipating that ball.
Absolutely. And now Connor Steib fakes it inside. RJ Wallaber with it, drawing some quick coverage. And he tries to turn. If I were Wallaber, I would try to pass out more there.
Yeah, it's not working for him.
Yeah. Oh!
There's another block for RJ. Wow.
They might call that goaltending, but when you tap up on the backboard to block the ball.
No, that was a foul on Boulder. That's another block for RJ Wallaber.
Man, get this man a scholarship.
Kid's having a day out there.
Now Eric Kimmel driving down. Their offense will get another chance. Simon May over to Ben Willis. Willis back out to Steib. Steib will take the three-point shot. He will not make it. And now Riley will drive down on the fast ball. Mueller over to Riley. Out to Turner. Turner inside to Davison. Davison with an interesting behind-the-back shot that is made, but no good because of the foul.
Boulder's passing around the ball really well here to start the quarter.
Right. I think one of the things that you're going to have to pay close attention to with these teams is how they collect themselves, how they do under pressure.
Yeah, timeout by Bob Wood. I think this is a good timeout. Those boys are looking a little bit gassed out there, not really communicating that well, and Boulder's brought it to a three-point game.
Right, and with 5 minutes left, it is, like you said, a three-point game with 25-22, Mountain Vista leading.
Yeah.
Do you think Mountain Vista will be able to hold on to this lead?
With the way they've played so far in this half, I think it'll be very difficult if they continue to play like this. They really got to start picking up on offense. I think they got to pass the ball around a little more, get down the court fast, and I think they need to go towards their press again, the man-to-man. They need to change up the defense right now.
Absolutely, and Bob Wood showing some of his passion there in the pocket. And now Boulder will pass in with Riley underneath the basket. Riley passes out to Turner. Turner way outside of the three-point line. He'll drive, and he'll kick it out to Wemmuller. Wemmuller surveying his options. He drives in. He passes it over to Davison. And that will be a turnover. And Simon May will now pass in. What do you think we'll see offensively on this effort here from Mountain Vista?
I think they're going to try and pass the ball around a little more. As you can see here, Eric Kimmel's trying to set up a play. So I think they're really going to try and pass the ball around, maybe get a good pick in there, pick and roll. Maybe that'll be interesting to see if they can get that going.
Right. I think they'll try to slow it down a little bit too. Connor Steib passes it out. They call it correctly to Mountain Vista. Normally I wouldn't say that, but
that was a little bit definite there that Turner put his hand on that ball.
Yep, and Ben Grusing will pass it in. He'll pass it over to Steib. Steib trying to slow it down. Ben Willis with a 3, and Ben Willis is good with the 3. Now number 22 with the ball, Ed. Riley.
Willis's first points of the game there.
Well, what a way to start.
Yeah, start off with 3 in the third. I'd like it.
I'm a fan. And Riley taking command of this team now as the point guard. And Ed has the ball. Ed over to Davison, to Webmuller. Back out to Ed, to Riley, to Turner. And there will be a foul. Shot's no good. Ball will be on the boundary. And Riley will pass it in.
Willis will pick up his second foul. We'll have Albertson coming in now for Steib.
And Garrett Sweeney on the bench right now, taking a breather, also getting some time away from the clock in order to kind of preserve his chance of not fouling out. And Aaron Albertson there playing defense, and Riley has the ball. Riley, and there will be a foul there. Number 3, Eric Kimmel.
Eric Kimmel takes up his third personal foul. 15.
Third foul there for Kimmel. Mount Vista's really got to be careful here. They're fouling a lot against Boulder. They need to slow it down.
Right. And now Turner to Riley. Riley over to Ed. Ed, little choppy there, but he passes it over to Riley. They will do a pick and roll, or an attempted, but the pick is no good. And Riley will try the shot, but not get it. Simon May over to Eric Kimmel. Eric Kimmel out to Ben Grusing. Ben Grusing driving in, trying to get his first points of the, or aside from the free throw, his first points of the day. And he'll toss over to ultimately Simon May. Simon May with a spin move there, but no good.
Simon May, looking back at the film on this one, is going to be kicking himself. He had Eric Kimmel wide open for a three-pointer.
Man, especially with a tough shot like that, that's not what you want to do. And that will be recovered right by Ben Grusing. And the whole team is in sync on the fast break. And a dive for the ground. They will call that a travel.
Mountain Vista gets lucky with that one. Ben Grusing with an easy turnover. Kimmel doesn't get there. They get lucky with the travel call.
Right. And the ref yelling at the coach. Coach is getting a little passionate, getting on the floor. And now Eric Kimmel will pass in to Ben Grusing.
Ref's discussing, I think, what the call is here.
Oh, Eric Kimmel getting replaced by Luke Boyink. Boyink will pass in the ball. Boyink over to Grusing. Mountain Vista. Interesting defense there with Ben Willis and Aaron Albertson up at the top. And Grusing trying to drive in. And they will call that a carry on Ben Grusing. And now Turner will pass in on the Boulder side of the ball. Turner will take it. Trying to create some confusion there with Luke Boyink. And
carry.
That will be called a carry. Back-to-back carries, not a very common foul.
Didn't know this was football.
And now Simon May will pass in. May relieving R.J. Wallaber temporarily. And Boyink will take the ball at the top of the key. Boyink up to Albertson.
A little bit of a high pass, but Aaron really used his vertical to get that one.
Right, and shot was almost good by Ben Willis, but no good.
Personal foul on Peterson. It's only Boulder's third.
I almost thought he teed up the crowd there.
Yeah.
And Grusing struggling to find a man, but he gets Aaron Albertson. Albertson will drive in and pass out. And they will call that on Boulder, and Mountain Vista will get another opportunity to pass in. Ben Grusing passing in again. Ben Grusing out to Boyink. Into Grusing. Grusing with the hook shot, no good. Ball will go out.
That was a
Grusing
tough call
frustrated.
there for the ref. Riley and Grusing both had a hand there close to the ball, but I think they had it going the right way.
I do too. I think that was the correct call there. And Grusing visually frustrated. It'll be interesting to see how much longer he stays in before either a timeout or he gets relieved.
Oh, terrible pass there by Turner. Turner, the Turner.
And Aaron Albertson will pass in here to Luke Boink. Boink will take it at the top. Almost a pick there from Albertson.
Boink's had a slow game so far. Still no points, but he does have a pair of assists to his name.
Not bad stats from, let's see, I believe he is a sophomore, correct?
Junior this year.
Junior.
Oh, turns that ball over.
And a fast break. And number 5, Peterson will get the fast break there. Luke Boying with a shot at redemption here. Over to Willis. Willis trying to hold on to the ball. Out to Boying. Boying with a 3-point shot.
That's a good way to come back there after turning over the ball. Pass it around a little bit and open up the 3-pointer.
Absolutely. Now 31-24 with a minute 14 left in the third quarter. He gets Boyink on the stop. And he cuts the double team. And Riley with a great drive inside. Now Boyink with some momentum. He passes out to Aaron Albertson. Albertson over to May. May drives in. May with a shot. May takes the shot and gets it.
Good shot there by Simon May, getting up and over the defender.
Now Riley over to Turner. Turner slowing it down. Turner back to Riley. Riley back to Turner. Turner back to Riley.
Got their own game going on over here. Oh, good.
And a good block there. And now Ben Willis with the ball. Ben out to Ben Grusing. Grusing almost with his first points of the game. He'll get it to Simon May. Simon May no good. He gets the rebound again. And foul there. Mountain Vista will pass underneath the key with 17 seconds left.
Good job by Simon May, getting the first rebound, coming up for the second one, then making sure he holds on to that ball.
Absolutely. And now some tired Boulder players coming out, being replaced.
17 seconds left now in the third.
Ben Grusing out to Albertson. Albertson over to Boink. Boink stuffed up a little bit for a second. Boink with the shot.
And he'll get fouled.
And he will get to take 2 from the line.
River Blessing picking up his first foul.
9.6 seconds left.
Right here's Boying's chance to really take this quarter for himself. Mount Vista doesn't have too many points for one player in the quarter. Makes his first.
Bobbled in there for him. Boying's second attempt, also good. 5 points to his name today.
5 points all coming in the third quarter. He's played well off the bench so far.
That's good. That's what Mountain Vista needed. They were a little short on depth last year. And so to see a player with 5 points in the third quarter being one of the top scoring players, that's always good to see. Oh! Blocked. And Aaron Albertson with an interesting shot almost makes it in. And he will sling it over there to the ground.
Mountain Vista really had a tight game there for a while, but took the lead late now, and they built on it pretty well here.
Absolutely, and with 1 quarter to go, Mountain Vista now has a 9-point lead. Jack, do you think they'll be able to hold on to it?
I think the way they've been playing, they got momentum behind them. You could see that Boulder was trying to keep their heads up. Connor Ed, really one of the leaders on the Boulder side of things. You could see him, he was really trying to encourage his teammates to pick it up a little more, and really, they're not out of this game. There's still a lot of time left. Very low scoring game. So, defensively, I think both teams are going to have to stick with it. Mountain Vista, I think they got to keep doing what they're doing. Boulder, defense, I think they got to maybe change it up a little more. Mountain Vista's gone on a couple scoring runs here late in the third.
Absolutely, and Boulder over there, a few players looking a little gassed.
Well, they haven't had much from their bench here. They've only had a couple players sub in. We've seen Riley, Peterson. That's about it from the Boulder bench. You got Sessions coming in now for a second time.
Right. Just visually, how does last year's team compare to this year's team from Mountain Vista?
Last year's team, I think, was probably a little bit bigger size-wise for Mountain Vista, but I think the athleticism this year is much better for Mountain Vista.
Couldn't agree with you more. Now Turner will pass in. Turner over to Kang. Kang back to Turner. Turner getting stopped up by two guys. He'll cut the double team. And Aaron Albertson with the recovery and the quick pass to Ben Willis. Ben Willis. And they'll call that a travel.
Travel, yeah. Little bit obvious there from Ben.
Right.
He was trying to recover the ball. He just had to get rid of it.
Sometimes that's what happens.
It's just one of those unfortunate things in the game.
Right. And now Kang with the ball. Kang passes over. Back out to Turner. Back to Kang. Turner. Kang. Turner.
They got their own game going again now.
They do. Decides to go over to Wemmuller.
Aaron knew he had that foul the second that he hit him.
And Mountain Vista now has the bonus, even though that foul was on Albertson. Those were separate thoughts there. But Boulder quickly approaching that bonus as well.
Dingstrom called Grusing there on the foul, but in fact it was on Aaron Albertson. Grusing was looking around like, what did I do? I wasn't even near that play.
Good recovery there by Turner.
Turner almost kicked Simon May right in the head there.
Turner, Wemmuller. Wemmuller trying to figure out what to do, and he'll recover that ball. Turner to Kang. Kang back to Turner. They're keeping this ball right at the top of the key there.
Yeah, that's not really good for them. They haven't been able to drive it in. They're not going to get many shots from up there.
No, they have yet to make a three-point shot.
There it is again, a no-good three-pointer.
Ben Willis with a good look-back pass there. Over to Ben Grusing. Grusing gets caught up in the corner. His teammates need to help him out.
Timeout called by Bob Wood. Saved him there with that one.
And Ben Grusing will get chewed out there and put on the bench.
Yeah, I think it was a little unfortunate there that they called the timeout when they did, because Ben threw it right off the Boulder player and went out of bounds, so it would have been Vista's ball. But
right. And it looks like Connor Stibe will be checking in, kind of the 6-minute and 40-second fourth quarter nitrous they might need.
Stibe's been fairly quiet since the first quarter. He had 7 points there, but since then he's only had 2, so he's really got to get back into this game, I think, for Mountain Vista to keep building on this lead.
Yeah, his stats don't lie. He usually catches up. He usually has about 13 points per game, 14.
Yeah, no one
13.
really in this game is averaging where they usually are for points a game. So it's really a defensive game at this point. I guess that's kind of shown when you look at R.J. Walliper, who has 4 blocks.
Right. Interesting to see here how this last quarter will go. Simon May over to Stibe. Stibe holds on to it. He'll drive in. He'll kick it out to Ben Willis. Ben Willis almost with another 3 for the day.
Oh. I don't know if I agree with that one so much.
Interesting call there. But that's what you get in high school basketball.
Yeah, I guess you never get quite the best refs, but you can't blame it all on them.
Right. And Kang fighting for a spot there. Kang back at the ball. Over to Wemmuller. Wemmuller, Kang. Kang, Turner. Turner thinks about the shot, and they'll call that a travel. A travel-heavy, carry-heavy game.
Yeah, I guess so, especially here in the second half.
I always like in the NBA when they show those worst travel calls. I don't know, like, for example, Russell Westbrook will pick up the ball, carry it for about 5 steps, and then they'll be like, all right, fine.
I think LeBron James is the worst offender of that one. Looks like Boulder's going to turn to the full court press here with 6 minutes left.
Right. Don't be surprised if, well, yeah, Garrett Sweeney sub back in now with 6 minutes left. And Boyink, Stibe. Stibe thinking about what to do. He drives in. He shoots the jumper. Jumper's a little short there. Recovered by Kang. Kang with the ball. Kang beats Boyink. And out to the corner. And they will pass it back up to the top. Kang with the 3, no good.
So we got a foul here. It'll be on.
Appears to be number 30, Wemuller, on the Boulder side of the ball. Ah, my bad.
So it'll be Luke Boink there. I wasn't sure who the foul was on there. I was looking for.
Yeah, Wemuller looking frustrated. That's why I thought it was him, but
well, it was
apparently
like
not.
The whole Boulder team started clapping like they had the foul, and then they paused dead silent. So I was like, wait, did they just go the other way? But
right. And the refs still in a little confusion here.
Yeah, they're talking this one over. I'm not exactly sure what's.
Apparently this will be a technical foul. There's Bob Wood. And a little confusion there between the refs and the coaches. The refs and the refs.
They're just, I think they're trying to sort out who should be shooting the free throws.
How about we just give both teams 1 and 1?
It's a technical foul, though, so
right.
Technically, Boulder can throw who they want there. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion.
They elect to go with Peterson. Whether that's the refs electing that,
I think that was the refs more electing that. No, they got a
Peterson makes it.
delay of game technical called on Vista, I believe. I'm not sure at this point.
I have never heard of that. Not in high school basketball, at least.
And now the refs are trying to sort it out with the scorers.
A lot of confusion here at the home opener. Second one, no good. And
now it'll be Vista's turn.
35-27.
So I
5 minutes, 44
both teams
seconds.
now have fouls.
The refs like my suggestion.
Split it both ways and then it's fair.
Boink, first attempt, no good. Boink, second attempt is good.
Boink's been really good here in the second half. He's got 6 points.
Absolutely.
Highest on the team.
Yeah.
I think for both sides.
Yeah. That was a fun little basketball shootout there.
I'm not sure if they'll ever sort that out, but guess they got it now.
Yep, and Connor Stibe drives in, no good.
Stibe's shot has not been on in the second half.
No, it has not.
Ooh.
Oh, almost stolen by Stibe.
Turner
Just a half step too late.
Turner wasn't expecting him to fly out and miss that ball.
No. And Boulder trying to figure out what to do. Number 30, Wemuller with a shot.
Ooh,
first
three-pointer.
36-30. Connor Stibe with the ball. Connor Stibe over to Garrett Sweeney. Sweeney drives in.
And they got a block now, so Mount Vista will go to the free throw line. You got Sweeney, one of the best free throw shooters on the team here for Vista.
Now this has been a crazy game. Crazy second half here.
Yeah, real back and forth. A lot of fouls.
Right. I'm surprised that not a single player yet has fouled out.
Sweeney with 4 fouls himself will have the shots.
Bonus. Bonus no good. Appears to be a lane violation by number 30.
Yeah, 30. Man.
Caleb Wemuller.
So now you'll have Stibe coming in.
I don't know if that'll bump you up to the double bonus there, but we're getting there.
Feels like this game's just kind of crawling along with all these penalties, though.
Right. I think, I don't know, it was like the Saints versus Lions game. They said that Drew Brees was quoted as saying they had spent an eternity playing football, and it was only the third quarter.
Yeah. It's one of those games that just kind of keeps grinding on.
Right. Stibe with his first good attempt there.
That'll be his first points here. 4th.
Stibe no good on the second attempt.
Short.
Almost gets the rebound. Contested there by Luke Boink.
Stibe's been short since the first quarter here with his shots.
Ooh. Yep. A questionable shot there from Wemuller.
Yeah, probably could have passed that one out.
Right. And Albertson will have the ball. Albertson will drive in. He'll try to, nice underhand. Oh, That was a smart play
Look,
right there.
It was a good pass there by Albertson, making sure he kept his eyes open for his options.
Absolutely. And now Simon May will head to the line. May shot well last year.
It's a 5th foul for Ken, so he will be fouled out. First one of the game. I'm a little bit surprised that it's not that he's the first with all the fouls we've had so far.
I like you said, first in the game there. Not usually it's the only player of the game. No, not today.
No. We still got Sweeney, who's got 4, and a couple other players.
Right. Simon May will miss his first attempt, excuse me. And 37-30. 4 minutes, 39 seconds. Mountain Vista with the lead. Simon May with his second attempt. Simon May does not get it. Wemuller recovers for Boulder.
Those are big free throws right there for Mountain Vista, and they missed both of them.
Right. As a player, you almost wonder about, maybe missing the second one so that your team can recover it and get the 2 points there. Sheldon Hafner putting
flying around on defense.
Some huge passes here, and Sheldon Hafner keeping his hands up. What did I do?
I called him for a push, and he doesn't even have his arms on the ground. They're up in the air.
And number 22, Connor Ed.
Looked like the ref was just pointing at Boulder to ask him to stop about something. Not sure what that was, but keep an eye out on that.
A heated game. Could we see the brewing of a rivalry, maybe?
Maybe not. These teams don't play each other too often.
I can dream, can't I?
I guess you can.
Luke Boink with the ball. Boink at the three-point line. He drives in. Boink, good ball protection there. He over to Simon May. Simon May drives in with a shot. 2 points. 39-31, Mountain Vista. 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Wemuller with the ball. Oh! Block. Oh.
Vista recovers that ball off Boying's hand. They got an easy fast break.
How many blocks does Mountain Vista have today, Jack?
They have 4 so far, just RJ. Those are steals you're thinking about there.
Oh, my bad.
Sweeney
Garrett Sweeney, great pressure there. And Mountain Vista will get the ball. Kind of a good setup here for Mountain Vista now.
It was a good job by Sweeney there. He got it poked out from under him. He just made sure to not touch that ball, so that way Vista did get the ball back.
Right, and Sweeney playing well. He has yet to get a foul this quarter or this half, which would put him out for the rest of the game.
Knock on wood there. RJ Walliver back in the game. Just a big man.
Over to Sweeney. Sweeney back to RJ. RJ, we'll see what he does.
Oh,
Does he
Sweeney's
decide
wide
to pass
open
it
on
out?
the 3, and he didn't even see him. Oh.
I believe that was 3 in the key.
Yeah, I believe it was.
So Boulder will get the ball. Wemuller with the ball. Wemuller triple team.
May almost took that
Confusion.
ball right out of his
RJ
grasp.
needed to pick that ball up a little faster there if he wanted to get it.
Oh,
And the
got
Boulder,
that timeout right off.
Yeah.
60-second timeout.
Mountain
Full
Vista
timeout.
breathing heavy. I believe it was the preseason tournament here. Reese Poling had the dunk.
Yeah.
We've yet to see Reese Poling. I'll be interested to see if they put him in.
I doubt they put him in at this point.
Right.
The game's a little out of
Little
it.
close.
A little close. Maybe you put him in when the game's a little earlier on and it's this close, but I think when it's coming down to the final couple minutes and it's a really close game, I think you got to turn to your players that have played the best so far.
Right. RJ having a great day.
Yeah, RJ's having a good day. You got Connor Stive, who's having a great day today so far. He's got 10 points. You got Luke Boying, who's been really good here in the third quarter. He's got 5. And you got to look to, I think, Ben Wilson a little. He's been playing pretty well, kind of been the player undercover. He's been playing some pretty tight defense. Only has 3 points to his name, but I don't think that really justifies how well he's been playing so far.
Right. I think him and Sheldon Hafner are kind of the sleeper picks of this team.
Yeah, definitely. They're those players off the bench that you don't expect.
Right. And now Wemuller with the ball. He will pass into Turner, who turns it over.
Sweeney with the steal.
Sweeney with an interesting pass there to no one. Because he recovered that. That will be called a travel. Nothing you can really do there.
Yeah, kind of just misfortune.
Right.
Sweeney.
His teammate turned around right as he passed it. Turner, Wemuller. Wemuller, Turner. Luke Boyne gets a shot at, or a touch at it, and a questionable shot there. Kind of lost
should have
control
been a
of
foul,
it.
though.
Yeah. And Turner shoots it, but no good from the three-point line. Only one good three today for them. And River Blessings kicks it out to Wemuller. Wemuller inside. Almost travels there on the shot. And a big pass, but no good.
Sweeney's got to be a little more careful here. He's had a couple turnovers in the past 30 seconds.
I'll advocate for that, though. Sometimes you got to take the game.
Yeah,
Risk
sometimes.
versus reward.
He'll get subbed out here for Ben Grusing.
Wemuller with the ball. Wemuller to Turner. Turner to River Blessings. River Blessings to Wemuller. Wemuller. Oh! Stolen by Connor Stibe. Connor Stibe gets fouled. Connor Stibe will get 2 from the free-throw line.
And Connor was looking to dunk that one down. We've seen him do it a couple of times, but probably a good foul there by River Blessing to make him go to the line.
Absolutely. Strategic there. 39-31. Still 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. Stibe, first attempt floats in there. Second attempt, also a little shaky there, but he had the high arc, so it went in. Now Turner over to Wemuller. The story of the game, Wemuller to Turner, Wemuller to Turner, Turner to Wemuller. And River Blessings almost popping up a 3 there. He decides to drive inside, and no good there.
It was actually Connor Ed.
Oh, my bad.
On the drive. And, another travel for
Another
Vista.
travel.
I think this game might be a little bit too far for Boulder at this point, though, with 1:45 left. With the way it's been going, I think this game might be a little bit out of reach for him.
I think it's safe to say. I wouldn't count him out yet.
No, I'd certainly say don't count him out yet, but it's starting to get a little bit too far for him almost.
Right. The only way that they would be able to win it is through dumb fouls in the bonus.
Yeah, they really got to start making some shots too, but.
Right.
The word on the street, Wildcat Reserve is a sheet of ice. It is slippery as can be. There's a bunch of accidents. You've got to slow down.
Jack, what are you thinking so far with 1:46 to go?
Like thinking about what?
Well, thinking about this game, how do you think the teams have showed up today? Do you think this is a good sample?
I would say maybe not so much. This game's been really defensive, and Mount Vista, so far this year, except for this game, has been a very offensive team. Boulder maybe a little bit more so to their showing with how defensive they've been playing this year, but definitely probably not what I was expecting here out of this game. I was expecting it to be maybe a 60-50 game, somewhere in there where it's a little bit lower score, where it's a little bit in the middle of the scoring, I guess.
Right. I was expecting not as close of a game as well. Mountain Vista did well in the preseason, whereas Boulder struggled a little bit.
They had their struggles, but they won games, but they were all very close games that they won.
And Wemuller will take his shots. 1-1. He makes the first. Oh, RJ under the wrong impression. Made the ref smile there. And a sub in. Number 2, Ian Davis for River Blessings. Webmuller, second attempt good. 41-33, minute 39.
Well, Sessions coming in here for Webmuller, probably trying to get some fresh legs on. Boulder's going to come back with their full court press.
Right, and Mountain Vista right now with both of their big men between Simon May. Ooh, lost ball, contested ball, jump ball, given to Mountain Vista.
Close call there for Vista. They lucked out a little.
Absolutely. Boyank looking a little gassed. They'll pull out Ben Brusing and also Boyank. And they will put in Eric Kimmel and Garrett Sweeney.
Now with Kimmel in the game, I think you're going to expect a little more of a passing game out of Vista. They're going to try and hold this ball, make sure they don't commit too many fouls and don't take any bad shots.
Right. Oh! Oh! That's a foul.
Yeah. I think it's a foul when you come running full speed into a guy without slowing down.
Right. Like you were saying, we had some great football players on the court tonight.
Yeah.
Some good carries.
Some good carries.
Some good traveling, and now a good stop.
Yeah. Near tackle. He was lucky RJ's that big that he can take it.
Yeah. And he'll shoot. Shooters take the shot. First one's good.
Big man with the free throw.
RJ, decent free throw percentage for a center. 53%.
Well done, RJ. Makes the second one. Good job there.
Good form.
It's always nice to not have a Shaquille O'Neal for your center on the free throw line.
Right. And Mountain Vista gets their lead back up to 10 points with 1:14 left. And Webmuller will shoot from the three-point line. No good, leaving the only three.
Good rebounding. And there's another block for RJ Wallaber.
RJ Wallaber with 5 blocks. Oh.
Ooh.
Interesting call there.
A little close. Minute left now.
43-33.
10-point lead for Vista. I think they're sitting a little comfortable. Just got to make sure you don't foul.
Right. It's like the end of the semester. You got a 93. You need a 90. The final's worth 10%. Just show up and do the final.
Oh. Not sure if that's the best call there, but Webmuller will get a couple free throws with 43 seconds left.
Right. Garrett Sweeney yet to foul again. If he gets one more, he's out for the game. All 43 seconds of the game.
Yeah. Heartbreaker. I'll bring it within the single digits for Boulder.
Webmuller with a good shot there. Double bonus now for Boulder.
And Vista as well.
Interesting time. This is usually when those double bonuses kick in, provided that Mountain Vista does not foul or at least get called for fouls. They should be able to pull out this W.
I think really if you're Boulder, you got to look to foul someone here.
Oh. They'll call that.
Saying you can't run the baseline.
Interesting.
So
will Mountain Vista be shooting here?
Delay of game warning once again called.
Delay of game on Boulder. So Mountain Vista will get more free throws.
That is the second time I've heard a delay of game penalty, and I've never heard of that before.
I have never heard of a delay game penalty in basketball either, but I guess it makes sense if you're, trying to stall it out.
Right. This is his first one. Makes his second.
Stive has 4 points here in the fourth quarter, all of them free throws.
Interesting. Yeah, he's one of the best free throw shooters on the team, which is why they elected to put him up there. Now Simon May. Sweeney did it. Oh, he had a wide open lane there. Shooting 2, RJ Wallaber. Can he continue his hot streak?
Big man coming out for a couple more now.
Maybe they'll send Wallaber to the line next time.
Maybe. I think if he joins these next two, I think you need should give him a chance, maybe. And
Makes
there's
his first.
3 for 3.
Have a day, RJ. Three for 4. Not bad. 75%. Great
Not too bad
percentage
at all
out
for
of
a
the center.
big man.
Oh, interesting pass there. And Ed drives in. No good. Bad foul there. Number 5, Cole Peterson, will definitely deserve some shots there.
Had 3 guys right on top of him.
Still a 10-point game. 29.4 seconds left. Double bonus. Well, and shooting. No good on the first one. He'll go for the high 5. Second one is good. 9-point game. Mountain Vista leads. Just under 30 seconds left. Simon May over to Eric Kimmel. Kimmel cuts through the defenders. Kimmel over to Sweeney. Sweeney, they're just going to try to hold on to the ball, and they're going to get fouled. This is foul time.
Maybe it took a little long there with the foul, I think.
Right.
Sweeney, though, to the line. This is the guy you want from Mountain Vista.
Shooting 2 free throws for the Golden Eagles. Sweeney.
Sweeney on his 18th birthday here. Cashing in his first one.
Got the crowd now singing happy birthday to Sweeney as he's up there on the line.
And he makes his second one because of that song.
Maybe a little more of a distraction than anything, I think.
Right.
And they're
Good
just gonna let
separation
Mountain
there from
Vista run
Sweeney.
this clock out, I think.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Connor Stipe will hold on to it as the game runs out.
Mountain Vista will take home a win.
47-36, defeating them by 11 points. Jack, what were your thoughts for the game?
You know, I think it was a pretty well played game there by both sides. Mountain Vista, I think, was expecting a little more of an offensive play, but I think they really picked it up on defense. They really made up for it on defense. You know, RJ Wallaber had 5 blocks. That's something that you don't really see too often, is a guy with 5 blocks.
That's a great stat.
That's incredible to
If
me.
this guy isn't getting headhunted for a scholarship now, he is now.
All right, well, we will see you next week when Mountain Vista will take on Fossil Ridge High School. It's been a good one, and I thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good night.